Hello, everyone, and welcome to Conversations with Maya. I am your host, Maya Carpenter, and by now, you have already watched the first 3 episodes of Stepford SideChix. And today, I am speaking with the writer and director of the series, Lenore Coer and Swisyzinna.
Hello.
Yay, thank you ladies for joining me today.
Yes.
That's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I just want to really get right into it.
Okay.
So Lenore, what inspired you to write and create this series?
It honestly sparked from a conversation that I was having with my girlfriends. We were sitting around in our apartment in Brooklyn, and I just remember kind of like this, just kind of sitting around talking what's going on with our lives, with our love lives and everything. And I remember, and Ty actually says this in one of the episodes, probably, I don't know, one of them, 1 or 2. And she's like, how did we get here? We're beautiful, we're successful women. How is this our life? And I kind of just expounded upon that and used my imagination to just kind of go to a place that I feel like people don't really want to talk about all the time. But in reality, we've all been at some point in our lives one of these side chicks.
He has a wife and a son and a whole family. And I'm just so stupid.
Well, that sucks.
The first episode, it's the most important one because it's going to grab readers' attention.
Right.
Tell me about the first episode and what it was like filming the first episode.
Well, it's very interesting because I read Stepford SideChix a while before we actually shot it. So for me, it was a great day because it was something coming into fruition.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yes, it is happening. It is time. It was some really great cast, really great crew. So the first day is so crazy, but it immediately felt like home.
And that's beautiful because I feel like a lot of people don't experience that first time around.
Yeah.
Tell me about, I guess, the just how that happened, how the camaraderie, how did you guys establish that?
I think that everybody came into the project believing in the project. I think that's the foundation of where the collaboration came from. Like everybody came in like, yes, this is going to be great. No one walked in like, I ain't really sure about it, but I signed up for it, so I'm gonna go ahead. I believe, because we had never worked together. Right. None of us had actually worked together on a set.
As an actor on your project.
Well, yes, you had worked.
So
yes,
that's it.
That was the only.
That is the only.
Yeah.
This is true.
Connection.
Right. As far as the working relationship.
Yeah. Right.
She did work on my one of my projects, but as far as, and that's even interesting because you're going from. I was directing and I wrote that project to turn around and coming onto someone else's project and going from having the final say, the alpha and the omega, to handing that over. And usually that causes an issue because it's a pull, push and pull type thing. It just didn't happen. I just really think it was about believing in the project. Everyone showed up believing in the project.
And I also would say that there is a lot that doesn't have to necessarily do with us. And Zena says this all the time, it was just time.
Right.
It was time for that project. It was the right time, right place, right people. So I think that was a little bit out of our control and just kind of,
I say it's ordained.
It was ordained.
It was ordained.
Go ahead and use it now.
Were you ever going to tell me that you were married? Are you deaf, dumb, and mute?
I didn't mean to hurt you.
Yeah. Look how well you did with that one.
I know I asked you about the story, but the story touches on so many sensitive topics, and it for some it might be very uncomfortable. Why is the story necessary?
Because it's uncomfortable. Because I don't like fakers. Yeah. And if we're gonna sit here and have a conversation and I'm the only one that is being honest and being truthful, and y'all are just like, oh man, that sucks. When you know you've been through some things and you can share that with me,
Right.
I think that that's unfair. I think that that is dishonest to an intimacy level.
Yeah.
So I think that it is important to have things in media, television, movies, whatever, that can break that ice and be like, did you see what happened to Reese?
Yeah.
Man, Crystal's, I need to tell you this, and can kind of use it as a buffer.
Right.
To have conversations. I really wrote this so that people can start having conversations and start talking to one another.
I don't know, Ty. I don't know what answers I'm supposed to give or say. The love doesn't just go away.
What are some of your inspirations, as far as directors who have inspired you? And just tell me a little bit about your background.
Okay, so background-wise, I come from theater.
Yeah.
So I'm classically trained in performance, but so I did directing, I did stage, theater shows. I've assistant directed Dreamgirls. I come from musical theater background. For me, Debbie Allen is my end-all be-all. Do you understand me? She can do no wrong. If they told me Debbie Allen murdered somebody in broad daylight on the 405 and there was 5,000 witnesses, I would be at her trial like, no she didn't. No she did not. She is not capable. They could be like, Swisyzinna, look at the footage. I was like, that's someone who looks like her. I'd be like, Debbie, we got this girl. I would put my hand on the Bible and say I was with her. She was at my house. We were eating crumpets and tea. Do you understand me? So Debbie Allen, as far as directing, I don't care what she does. She can direct the ABCs and I will watch it. I'd be like, I did not know that A came before B like that. I didn't know that. I love her. And then there is John Ridley. I'm a huge fan of his work as well. And my newfound director friends is Tom Marshall and Simon Neal. They direct Chewing Gum.
And what about for you? Like, who are your writing inspirations?
Shonda Rhimes. Yeah.
All day.
Shonda.
If she could say it 3 times, she would.
So basically, Debbie Allen to Swisyzinna is like
Shonda
Lenore to
Rhimes.
Shonda. Okay.
Right.
Yes, because Debbie can do no wrong.
Shonda can do no wrong.
She will put out a package of whatever. I don't care what it is. And
If it was a side of ramen noodles,
I will have all of them.
Every flavor.
Every flavor, every temperature. She can make cold ramen noodle soup.
yes, cold soup.
And I would be here for it. Do you hear me? Do you
my
hear me, Shonda Rhimes? Do you hear me? And one of my favorite films of all time is Thelma and Louise. So Callie Curry is like just one of my writers.
Ladies, I want you to talk about food.
Yes.
Because food
Like
is
it.
important. Craft services is important on a set.
Yes.
And Lenore, I know that you cooked pretty much for each day.
Yeah. Well, you cooked one day.
I did.
You
I
cooked
did.
one day.
But for the majority,
Yeah.
you cooked and you made a point to make meals.
Right. I think it's really important because we have no budget that when people are so invested in your project
Yeah.
that when they come to set, they look forward to it. And I think that also kind of goes with food too. Like, I don't want to go eat pizza at a set that I've been there for 12 days.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I think we had pizza one day because I wasn't expecting to
Yeah.
feed them, and then I just felt bad because it was dinner time. So I was like,
Yeah.
all right, let's just get some pizza. But then it kind of just became this thing because originally it was to save money.
Yeah.
Because when I looked at if the average is $10 a meal per person per day, and remember we were filming 2 days
right,
per episode.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have a cast of 10 people, and I gotta buy coffee, and I gotta have snacks, and I have to have all of these things. It would just make more sense if I just cooked. And because I'm a Southern woman, and I love my crock pot, it was just very easy because I didn't want the oven on all day. Lord, that would have been
terrible.
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 I got a crock pot. I made coffee in my coffee maker, and I bought one of those like thermoses.
Yeah.
First it became just a way to save money,
Yeah.
and then it kind of turned into, well, what we having today? Well, what we doing today? You know,
it was good too. this girl can cook, y'all.
Yes. Music.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have wonderful music in this series.
Wait, ooh, check.
So how did you guys choose? How, like, you know, because that's important too, you know.
She was very clear on the feel of the show.
Yeah.
Very clear. And she just kept saying, I want a old school R&B 90s type.
I do like this.
Yeah, that's her
That's
texture.
her
That means texture.
Texture.
That means texture.
Yeah.
People, if you see Lenore doing
Yeah.
this, that means texture. It's not real sign language, but it means texture.
It does. Yeah.
And she was very clear.
Yeah.
So we would get music, and she'd be like, "No, what is that?"
It's
I
like,
think
it
how
scares
you are with casting, I think that's how I am with music. I would hear a couple, like just a little bit of the melody or a little bit of the texture of someone's voice, and I would be like, I wouldn't even be looking, and I would be like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, please. Can I have,
Yeah.
can I have it? I think it's a feeling.
Yes.
I think it's a tone. I think it's a texture.
It's supposed to add
Yeah.
to the scene, not distract nor take away. And we were lucky. A credit to Maya again for being one of our music supervisors, for bringing us artists that just had heart and soul, and I don't know what they're going through, but I'm appreciative of all of the levels and
Texture.
that they brought on the music, man.
The song
Incredible.
The Gray by Kiana O'Quinn. I don't even remember the first time that I heard that song, but it was a couple years ago, and that I actually met Kiana at the video premiere party for that song.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
And when I saw the visuals and heard the song, it resonated with me about this gray area of relationships. And when I tell you, I listened to that song so many times while writing SideChix, I was like, I have to have this song. I don't know what I have to do,
God.
but I have to have this song because that's where they are. That's where we are.
Yeah.
We're in that
In
gray.
that gray.
I don't really know, but not only with relationships, in morality,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
in sexuality,
Yeah.
in figuring out who we are.
Right.
Yeah.
We're in that gray
Right.
space. And I just think that whatever she was going through at that time,
Yeah.
where she
That's-
could put that into music, I was like, I have to.
Beautiful.
I
And
have to
just
have
a fun fact, when we shot the intro for Stepford SideChix, the Gray played
it
the entire time on loop, over and over again. So I challenge everyone to listen to the words
Yeah.
beyond the snippet that's in the intro and the parts that you'll hear. I challenge you to go and find her and listen to the words. And it's amazing to me, the way that my brain works, is that you'll hear the words and be like, oh my God. But because everyone on the cast of Stepford SideChix is a family and understand, and there's no judgment in the characters that we portray, it's love and life found in some words that if you just separated the words, you would go, dang, that's kind of sad, and that's not good, and and you would find the melancholy in it and be sad.
You feel it.
But everyone in the cast found such joy in it. So that's my challenge.
Wow.
Hi everyone, my name is Swisyzinna. As you know, you can catch me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, all at Swisyzinna. That's SWISY, Z as in zebra, INNA. I also have a show on YouTube called Swisyzinna Says. If you need to hear me a little bit more with a whole bunch of opinions, that's where you should check me out. I appreciate you guys for watching. SideChix Sundays. Oh, you can't get no better than that.
Hi, my name is Lenore Coer. You can find me on all social media outlets. Lenore, Coer is my last name. And you can also follow us. Our YouTube page is Coerlessly Inc. Stepford SideChix is the first of many on this new platform. So feel free to like, share, subscribe to us, and we will be sure to keep you up to date to what's going on. And yeah, SideChix Sundays.
You do not want to miss it. I am Maya Carpenter, and you have been watching Conversations with Maya. Thank you.